Hi there, my name is Joanna Zimmerly and I teach technology courses to pre-service and in-service teachers. This video is a tutorial on how to participate in a Twitter chat. If you're watching this, chances are you've heard about Twitter chats and maybe you're interested in participating, but you need some direction to get started. Now there's more than one way to participate, but in this video I'll go over using a free application called TweetDeck. First, you should get signed into Twitter, then open a separate window and go to TweetDeck. You can simply search it and it'll pop up, and if you're logged into Twitter, then you'll be logged into TweetDeck. When you first navigate to TweetDeck, you may notice you already have some columns opened up. For the purposes of walking you through the columns you need for any given chat, I'm going to close the ones I currently have open by clicking the two lines with the open circles in the upper right-hand corner of each column and then choosing Remove. This way I start with a blank canvas. Now I'm going to add in the columns I think would be helpful to have open during any given Twitter chat. First, click Add Column. Then click User. Type in the chat host name. For this example, I will type in the name of my friend, Dr. Sam Fesich. Remember to hit the return key, and their name should appear. If not, check your spelling. Click their name, and then click Add Column. This fall, Sam and I will be hosting a chat for pre-service teachers and new teachers and any education supporters who want to join us. Next, click Back, and then choose Notifications, and click Add Column. This way you'll see anytime someone likes or replies to one of your tweets. Now X off that pop-up window. Last, enter the hashtag of the chat in the search bar on the left-hand side of the screen. Press the return button and that column will appear. This is where you'll see the whole conversation. Anytime someone tweets using the hashtag during the chat, you will see their tweets here. If it's a popular chat, then this column will scroll by really quickly. You can rearrange the columns by clicking in the upper left-hand corner of the column and dragging and dropping it into place. I like to have the host column on the left and the search column on the right, but this is just personal preference. When the chat is scheduled to begin, you'll set up your columns here on TweetDeck and wait for the host to ask the first question. To answer the question, you can click the speech bubble on their post to reply directly, but if there are a lot of people in the chat, then that can get messy and hard to follow, so it's best to start your own tweet. To do so, click the blue tweet button in the upper left corner of the TweetDeck page. If the host started the question with a number such as Q1, then you should begin your answer with A1. Remember that after you write your response, you need to include the chat hashtag in order for everyone to see what you've written. If you post without the hashtag, it will not show up in the search column. It will only show up on your Twitter page. In that case, you would need to go to your Twitter page, refresh, and delete the tweet that you made because there is no edit button on Twitter. So you have to go delete it. Now to save a little time, you could copy and paste what you had written into a new tweet and then just add the hashtag with it. To reply to something that another participant says, you would click the speech bubble icon. So for example, if this was something that another participant said, I could click on the speech bubble and I could reply directly to that post. This will place whatever you say to that person directly underneath their tweet. Everyone will be able to see what you've written, but it'll be attached to their original post. Some chats are attended by so many people, or the questions are asked so quickly that it's difficult to keep up. If you find yourself wanting to continue a conversation with another participant after the chat ends, you can tweet them or send them a direct message. From TweetDeck, you would click the three dots on their post and then choose Send a Direct Message. So you can message them that way. Finally, there are some good setting options that you can play around with under Settings, which is near the bottom left side of the screen. Figure out the best way for you to set those up. You can play around with different size columns and different size text and whether you want dark mode or light mode, and then click Done. Speaking of done, this tutorial is now complete and I hope that you enjoy participating in your first Twitter chat.